very simple pencil that our kids use it in schools, but there's a very important lesson that the
Yeah, Adina, what happened?
Hello?
Yeah, Adina, what happened? What happened to Dr. Pandey?
I don't know. I'll just call and ask.
I just call her.
Yeah.
Maybe some connection error.
Hello.
Yeah, some connection error, it seems.
Maybe.
Actually, she started with a boom, and after 5 minutes or something, she was really coming to the topic. And in that meantime, some connection error happens. I think she'll be back soon. And I acknowledge the presence of our senior most members and our founder members. I can say Dr. Bijay, Dr. Abhilash, Dr. Premjit, and a lot of our youngsters here. And I really appreciate we are having some 35-40 participants in this fine Sunday. And I really thank everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, some connection error, it seems.
There's some network issue.
Maybe.
Yeah, actually, she started with a boom, and after 5 minutes or something, she was really coming to the topic. And in that meantime, some connection error happens. I think she'll be back soon.
Yes, she'll enter now.
sorry, doctor, I did not realize that it got disconnected, and I'm just going on and on.
So our senior most members and our founder members, I can say Dr. Bijay, Dr. Abhilash.
Shall we continue now?
Yeah, please.
I'm not sure where it stopped showing. Till where are we right now?
You started with MS Dhoni. It was very interesting, and to double our income, we have to invest triple time in
Yes.
our things, and from there, yeah,
Did you hear about the pencil?
we got the pencils.
No. Did you hear about the lesson that the pencil gives?
No, you were there. I think so.
Yeah.
Am I right? If somebody wants to say something, I think we are there in that
Okay.
pencil slide. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I was not aware of it getting disconnected. I was in the flow. I was just going on and on.
Yeah,
so
right, no
Robin,
problem. Please, yeah.
thank you, sir. So Robin Sharma has said that formal education gives you an income, but self-education is going to create a fortune. It's very, very important. I'm going to repeat it again. Formal education gives you a living, and self-education creates a fortune. Now, this is a very simple pencil that all our kids use at home, but there is a very important life lesson that the pencil teaches us. What is important lies within you, and unless what is within you comes out, you cannot create an impact. Isn't it so true? Unless the lead comes out and you sharpen the lead, you cannot write the most beautiful literature ever written. So it is very, very important that we invest in our soul. The third part of the BMS, which is the soul, 20 minutes. Now, often people get confused between alone and lonely. People think that it's the same, but it's not. Now, sometimes we are with our friends, and we feel that everybody's talking and you're left out. So that is being lonely. You feel that you are not in the group. You feel alone in a group. That is different. That is lonely. Now, being alone with yourself can be very, very productive if you do it in the right way. 20 minutes just with yourself. No cell phones, no family, no friends, nothing. Just with yourself. Contemplate on your thoughts. Contemplate on your day. If you like to meditate, you can do that. If you like to do some breathing exercise, you can do that. If nothing, just in silence, just with yourself. It can be so productive. I want you all to start doing it right from today. Right from today. All the 35 participants. Okay, this is you and me, okay? So we sleep with our phone, we wake up with our phone, sometimes our phone wakes us up. So this is you and me. Sometimes we are all sitting together and having dinner, but we are all in our own phones, checking our messages. It's like, you are going to get an important call from PM Moody that, please be a member of the Joint Parliamentary Committee or something. And if you don't pick up the phone at the right time, it will create loss to the country. So that is why you're probably in your phone. I don't understand this syndrome which is going on, that if you are away from your phone for at least for 5-10 minutes, you have this anxiety that what if some call, maybe there is no call, but still you're opening your phone to check your messages. There's this happy birthday message in the group and everybody has just sent happy birthday, and still you want to just check it. So it's become an addiction. Now we are all addicted not to drugs but to the cell phones, to the smartphones. Okay, so I'm most of us might be knowing him. He's Kumar Mangalam Birla. So if you don't know the name Kumar Mangalam Birla, he is the chairman of Birla Group of Industries, which is a 400 crore industry. So this person, in an interview, he was asked that, you are so busy. How do you manage your family life, and how do you create time for your family? So his wife, Nirja Birla, she said that there's a one rule in the family is that everybody has to keep their cell phones away at dinner time. At 8 p.m., even Kumar Mangalam Birla, who might actually get some important calls, have to deposit their phones to his mother at 8 p.m., which is the dinner time, and family time. Only they'll be at the dinner table discussing about the day and stuff. No phones. Not a single person will be having their phones. Okay, so we all know him. He's called the god of cricket for a reason. You know why. So in an interview, he was asked, Sachin Tendulkar, he was asked that, he said that, I don't check my phones unless I practice 500 balls in the morning. In an interview, he happened to say this. Now the interviewer was very, very curious. He wanted to know that, okay, sir, so you practice 500 balls every morning and then you check your phone. What if the previous day you had scored a century or something, and aren't you excited to know what the people have written about you in the newspaper or in the media or the phones? Aren't you excited to check your phone to see what photo has come of yours or what caption they have written for you? So to this, Sachin Tendulkar, he replied that if I waste my time in the morning on my phone, I will not be able to reach where I want to reach. Now, Sachin Tendulkar, a celebrity, doesn't check his phone to see what people have written about him. But you and me, we in the morning, the first thing we have to check is what people have written about other people. This is a huge difference. This is what makes the difference between the best and the rest. That is why we are among the rest and they are among the best. It's all about the way you look at things. It's about discipline. So if that has motivated you from today, starting from today, we all have to do this e-fasting. E-fasting is just like regular fasting, except here you'll be keeping yourself away from your smartphone for 15 days. It sounds difficult, but it actually isn't. All I'm asking you to do is just 3 hours, just 3 waking hours. I should emphasize more on waking, because otherwise you'll be like, yeah, for 6-7 hours I don't touch my phone while I'm sleeping. No, for 3 waking hours, you're going to keep your phone away from you. You will not attend any calls. Only once that 3 hours is completed, any 3 hours of your waking hours of your day, you can do this for 15 days. It's going to make a huge difference. You're going to feel so rejuvenated. You will feel less addicted at the end of the 15 days, I promise you. 3 hours, 3 waking hours, and you can keep it away from you. This is a tech jail. You don't have to, necessarily make a tech jail or something. You can keep it anywhere, everywhere, anywhere away from you. And you can also probably, if you don't mind, you can give it to someone you trust, your wife or husband, someone you can give them off. For 3 hours, you'll not use it. And every time you pick up your phone, I want you to ask yourself this question: why am I? Is it very important? Why am I picking it? Unless your answer is that it's absolutely important, don't pick your phone. Even after 3 hours, let it be there. And I want you all to off your notifications. See, notifications of your apps, Amazon, and all the other apps. All the notifications off. When you keep your notifications off, there will be less distractions. You will be less tempted to take your phone. That in itself is going to create a lot of time in your life. Okay, just like E-fasting, I want you to try G-fasting also. So G-fasting is 10 days of no gossip. So 10 days, I want you all not to talk about any other person but yourself. If you open your mouth, it'll be about talking about yourself, your productivity, your growth, not about others. Not why he did that, why she didn't do that, why they said that, why these people are together. Nothing. 10 days of absolutely no gossip, just about oneself. You'll talk only about yourself. It sounds very easy, but it isn't. So I want you all to concentrate just about yourself and keep away from energy vampires. We all have these people in your life where you talk to some people, and then at the end of the conversation you feel so much of energy is drained. You feel not good, you feel negative. So these are the energy vampires in your life. We really do not have time for the energy vampires. We have to keep away from them as far as possible. And every time you talk about somebody else, it's pretty normal. You might, even during the 10 days, you are tend to talk about other people. But if you do that, I want you to put a coin in a piggy bank or any money bank. Then put a coin in it every time you talk about somebody else. And at the end of 10 days, I want you to check how much money you spent on talking about other people. It's going to make a huge difference. Huge difference. Okay, now coming to art of time management. The real question over here is, are you running the time or the time is running you? It's a very, very important question that I want you to ask yourself. Who is running what? Are you managing your time or the time is managing you? So this is a very, very, very familiar situation. You and me, we all have gone through this situation. Exam is approaching, and you start reading. For one topic, you read 10 books, 10 huge books. You go to the library, you start making notes. Okay, now just 3 months left for the exams. You narrow down and you come to the most important books. Then you come closer to the exams. Just 1 month left. You go to your closest senior and then you say that please mark the important questions. Put a star mark, put a tick mark next to the important questions. Now the exam is coming really, really close. You don't even have time for those important questions, and from the textbook you come down to question bank. And lastly, when there's just 3 or 4 days to your exams, you come down to your senior's notes. Please give me the notes that you had written last year. Please let me read that. And the day before the exam, you are all concentrated. You just turned into Jim Quick. Jim Quick is a masterpiece. He is a memory king. You turn into that person just the day before your exam. So what did you understand from this? I'm trying to tell you the important Parkinson's law. He said that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Which means that, let me give you another situation. If you have a seminar to present, 1 month before the seminar, you're making a lot of corrections, you're going through so a lot of things. 10 times you made the PPT, you changed so many times, then you went to the staff, they told that you make these corrections, then you go back, do that. But one day before the seminar, you're actually making the seminar. You're actually going through it. You're actually preparing for it. Which means that if we give more time to do a work which does not require that much time, then your productivity decreases. More the time you're given to do something, your productivity comes down at the in the end. Just the way you see in this graph. So that is why it is very, very important to give yourself the time, allot yourself the time properly. If you will need only 2 hours, give yourself only 2 hours. Then the best work comes out. If you have to do something in 2 hours, don't start doing it 10 hours before itself. So that is productive procrastination. It's a very important concept that we teach in our master class. Okay, so communication skill. For a dentist, the most important skill, more than your handwork, more than your any skill, is your communication skill. If you get this right, half your work is done. Because the patient will never come to your actual hand skill unless you convince the patient to reach to agree to your treatment plan. Unless you reach that point, none of your hand skill is is being demonstrated. None of it is being seen. So to reach that, it is very, very important to have absolutely good communication skills. So you might be a pass out from AIMS, you might be the gold medalist, you might be the topper, you might be having the best hand skills, but it's of no use unless you can convince your patient to take up your treatment plan. You cannot just tie them on the chair and do the treatment and show them this is the best thing for you. No, you cannot do that. So that is why communication skill is very, very important. Now, to demonstrate this importance of communication skills, I'm going to show you a video, and please let me know if you can hear it. Sorry.
Finally, Tanya was very excited to meet his dream boy David on their first date. And David was also too thrilled to meet Tanya. They decided to meet at 10 at a coffee shop near their house the next day, and David was there.
Dr. APARNA is getting stuck.
Yes, doctor. Can you see it?
Yeah, but it's stuck now.
It's stuck. Okay.
Exactly on time. He called up Tanya to inform her that he had reached, but she didn't pick up. He waited 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, and kept calling, but she didn't pick up. He got very depressed and at the same time angry. On the other side, Tanya was peacefully sleeping, and finally she woke up at 10:30. The first thing she did was check her mobile. She saw David's missed calls.
Doctor, it's stuck again.
I think there's some network issues from my end.
It's okay. It's okay.
And was puzzled to see 13 missed calls in the morning and called him up immediately. He was too irritated and started shouting at her that where was she and he had been waiting since last half an hour. Well, what was the confusion all about? Let's rewind it again and see. When both spoke to meet at 10, Tanya assumed that it would be PM and David assumed it would be AM, and none of them confirmed about the same. They both started arguing and blaming one another. Tanya says, "Who wakes up so early on Sunday?" And David says, "Who has coffee at 10 in the night?" So as you saw, just an AM PM caused so much of an issue because their communication wasn't clear. So I hope you like this story and learned the moral from it.
So that is how important communication is. So you, as a dentist, you not only have to communicate to your patient, you have to communicate with your team building. You have to communicate with your assistant, your associates, then your patients, patient family. Very, very important skill. Very, very important skill. Everybody has to has to be told what has to be done. And if you cannot do that telling part properly, your work will not be of the best quality, even if you have the best skills. Okay, now we're going to come to family reboot. Family reboot. There's this one, like, the important thing that Corona has taught us during this pandemic is that family is so important. They are our backbone. Their support is very, very crucial. So now we're going to do an activity. It's going to be a self-analysis activity because it's a online session. So quickly, I want you all to take a paper and just write the numbers, just the numbers. You are going to see it, only you are going to think about it. So just a self-analysis test. I want you all to write down the number. Okay, how much time do you spend with your family each day? Okay, how much time do you spend with your family each day? Now, most likely you're going to write 15 hours, 16 hours, 17 hours, all day long. Where Sunday means 24 hours. Okay, any number, just write it down. After that, I want you all to write down how much quality time. Okay, this is different. How much quality time do you spend with your family each day? How much quality time do you spend with your family each day? Now, this is going to be tricky. You had written 16 hours in the first question. Now, this might be 2 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes. I want you all to write the number. Okay. Now, the third question is, how much quality time do you wish you spend with your family each day? Okay, now this is tricky. Now, if you had written in the first question 16 hours, second question just 1 hour, that's a huge gap. There's a huge gap. Something is not right. First question and second question, if it's not the same, then we are not doing something right. Okay. But if you are having the answer of first and second question same, then you can skip this activity and take a break. Okay. Now I want you all to write down in 2 columns just 3 things, quickly 3 things. Why you're not able to spend time with your family? Why you're not able to spend some quality time with your family? Okay. It could be any reason. You have a very busy practice. Your timings are really hectic. Your kids are in the school, online schools, or schools. And you have your practice and you have your other side activities. You're not getting the time. Could be anything. Absolutely anything. Okay? Nobody is judging you here. Just write the self-analysis. Just write it down. And the second thing, in the second column, I want you to write how you think you can modify your day so that you can spend quality time with your family. Okay, how do you think that you can modify your day? So if you, for example, if you have a very busy schedule, can you change your schedule so that, can you modify your schedule? Can you give few appointments on the next day or something? Can you reschedule some appointments? Can you fix some certain time in the day where you'll be absolutely available at home? Can you do any modification of that sort? Write it down. Okay, this is an activity. Let it be a homework so you can actually think about it and come back. Okay. Okay. Now, if you don't know him, I'm going to tell you, he is Warren Buffett, and this is his beautiful wife. This picture was clicked on their 50th wedding anniversary. 50th wedding anniversary. Okay. Now, let me tell you one thing about Warren Buffett. He is one of the richest men in this world. Richest men in this world. More than 15 of his companies are in the list of Fortune 500. And on the occasion of his 50th wedding anniversary, 50 of his CEOs, they organized parties across the world, several parties for him. And the concluding party was in London, where an interviewer asked Warren Buffett, what is the secret of your successful marriage life, 50 years of happily married Like, what is your secret? So to this, his wife quickly said that I'm going to answer it. Let me answer. Warren Buffett just, he did not say anything. He said, okay, fine. So his wife said that, now the secret of, I want you to concentrate over here. It's very, very important. The secret of a married life is that three things. There has never been a single day in our life, in a married life, when we have not sat together for dinner at 8 p.m. There's not been a single day in their life where they've not sat together for dinner at 8 p.m. The second thing she said is that there's not been a single day in their married life where they have not gone for an evening walk together for half an hour. Just the husband and wife, evening walk, every single day, half an hour. And the third important thing that she said is that there's not been a single day in their married life where they have not sat together to tutor their children and then their grandchildren and now their great-great-grandchildren, because they want to impart their family values to the next generation. Okay, I'm talking about the richest man in the world. So now, like, with a average income of 2 or 3 lakhs per month for many of us, Warren Buffett is the richest man. We don't have time. He has the time. So don't you think that there's something that, something has to be modified in our lifestyle? He is able to find time. Why are we not able to do that? Okay, now if you are inspired by the story, I want you to inculcate this habit. Okay, time blocking. So this is a very important time management lesson that we teach in our masterclass. Time blocking for SPF. SPF stands for spouse, pals, and family. Now, when I tell you that, you have to spend time with your spouse, you have to spend time with your friends, you have to spend time with your family. During the webinar, you're all geared up, you're all motivated, you all say that, yes, I'm going to do that. But one second, just 1 second. I'm extremely sorry. I'm extremely sorry for that. Yeah, my 3-year-old baby just got up. So sorry. Yeah. So it's very, very important that we start doing some rituals. It's one thing to have, say that I'm going to do this, and it's one thing when you have a ritual. Let me explain it to you. Now, if I tell you that you have to do something, you may do it, you may not do it. But if I say that you have to brush your teeth in the morning, no matter you have the time or not, no matter you have your breakfast or not, no matter you do anything else or not, you will brush your teeth. Do you go to your clinic? Do you go to your college? Or do you go anywhere? You don't have the time, but you skip brushing the teeth to save that time, and then, so that you can reach 1 minute or 2 minutes earlier to your work. Do you do that? No. So that is what a ritual means. A ritual means that no matter what, you do it. That's why our ancestors have created several rituals. They don't call it, they don't call it something that you have to do or something. They say they are rituals. So rituals, when you use the word ritual for something that you have to do, you do it, no matter what. Okay, so I want you all to have a connection ritual. Connection ritual. But when I say that connection ritual means that something that you have to absolutely do no matter what. So when you have to do something, when you said that you have to absolutely do something, you do it. Okay. Now I want you to spend some family time and some grown-up time. Family time is when you spend time with your entire family, with your kids, with your parents, with your spouse, everybody together. Family time. Could be anything. You can just have dinner together, lunch together, whatever is practical to you. And grown-up time is the time you spend only with your spouse. You can have this mature talks. You can discuss about your goals, about your dreams. But it's very, very important that you have half an hour of grown-up time. Because in this world of so much of havoc and haphazardness, if you don't have proper connection rituals, you might grow. You might grow in your practice, you might grow in wealth, you might grow in other aspects of your career, but you will be lacking in your family life. Even half an hour of productive connection rituals are going to be game changing. Even if you are spending 23 hours working, if you have half an hour of productive connection ritual, it's going to be a proper work-life balance. You're going to see the change if you just inculcate these habits into your life. This is a perfect example of energy vampire. Like I said, you talk to some people for even 5 minutes. At the end of the conversation, you're like, oh my god, I feel so tired. You are tired mentally. So some people are just impossible. Okay, you and me, we do not have time for them. We have, right, starting from today, right now, all those energy vampires. I want to, know who they are. I want you to completely remove them from your life. Remove them from your life with a lot of love and respect. I'm actually requesting you all to do that. And how you can do that is through affectionate detachment. Affectionate detachment means that with a lot of love, you're going to tell them, no, sorry, I cannot spend time with you because of some reason that you can give. You are busy or you don't have the time, something, anything. If you meet up in a party, you can say that, can I just go and get my food, something, anything. But you're going to stay away from them because that 5 minutes is not the 5 minutes that you lose. It's about the next half an hour or 1 hour that you're going to lose thinking about that 5 minute conversation. It's going to be a huge loss. Okay, now coming to the most interesting, important part, practice reboot. Now, Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie is one of the pioneers. He's the pioneers of personality development. Pioneers. So Dale Carnegie Institute, they had conducted a survey. They had conducted a study in which they showed that 85% of your success depends on your soft skills like your communication skills, leadership skills, technical skills, people skills, analytical skills, all those skills. And 15% is your knowledge. Okay, I want you all to concentrate on the number. 15% is the knowledge that we gain from schools, colleges, from your formal education, and 85% is your soft skills. How you talk to people, how you manage a team, how you manage your, how you end up explaining to people, how you convince them, how you negotiate. All those things, all the other things that are not taught in your schools and colleges, that is 85%. That is going to create your success at 85%, which means that this is a very very familiar situation to you and me. We all know that we all have those friends and those colleagues in our life. We studied in the same college, we read the same books, we had the same mentors, we had the same staff. But once you come out of college, one person is more successful than the other person. Yeah, this is very familiar. So what is that difference? In most of the dental clinics, if you go, you see that there's hardly any clinic who says no to some treatment. Most of the dental clinics, they do all the treatment. So then what is the difference between the best and the rest? How is this best come and how is the others just another face in the crowd? How is that? I want you all to be there. I want you all to dare to be different. So I want you to be doing something different in your practice. Something, I'll tell you what, but I want you to all to have the courage to do that. Have the courage to be different. Just because the entire herd of sheep are going in one direction, it's not necessary that you have to follow the herd to reach to the same place. You can take another route. Okay, let me explain. Now, if you come to me and if you say that, I'm very thirsty, give me some water. And I give you 3 bottles of water like this. I give you 3 bottles of water. Which one would you choose? Now, most likely, you're going to choose the bottle of water which is closest to you. Okay. closest to you, and that's very logical. Yeah, you choose it. All of them are same packaging, same water. Why not? Now I give one bottle of water in a tray, and the rest two bottles are just like that. It's there. Now, which one would you choose? Most likely, you're going to choose the one in the tray because it's very presentable. Now it's a hot summer day, and you ask for water, and I give you one chilled bottle of water. The rest is normal temperature. Okay. Now most of us are going to just choose chilled water on a hot summer day. Do you see what I'm trying to say over here? Now you go to a 5-star hotel and you order a bottle of water. Okay. And the waiter comes to you and gives you a bottle of water. At the end, he gives you a bill, and they're most likely to charge around 200 rupees. Okay, 200 rupees for a bottle of water. On an average, if you get it from outside, it will be around 20 rupees. Okay, now you pay the bill and you pay that 200 rupees happily plus the food, whatever, and you will, on top of that, you're going to tip the waiter. Yeah, very very happily you will pay the 200 rupees, and on top of that you're going to tip the waiter. So what has happened here? It's the same bottled water, which is going to charge only 20 rupees outside, but you're paying happily 200 rupees. So what are you actually paying for? You're not paying for the bottled water. You're paying for the seating, for the ambience, for the courtesy of the waiter. The way the waiter comes and says, "Sir, please come and sit here. Like, what can I get for you?" You're paying for all the other things. Okay. The rest of the 20 rupees you already paid for the water, and the rest of the money is for the other things, the ambience and the surroundings that you're paying for. Now the same thing, I tell you that there's this poor vendor. He's selling a bottled water. Can you just pay 5 rupees extra to him because he's really really poor? You'll be like, why should I pay 25 rupees for a bottled water? I'll get it for 20 rupees. So I don't want to pay him. Do you see the difference? You don't want to pay 5 rupees extra to a poor vendor, but you're ready to spend 200 rupees in a 5-star hotel. Okay? That is where the difference lies. That is the trick that you have to inculcate in your practice. Now there's a lot of areas where you can create this difference. I want you to always remember that the patient comes to you and may or may not from a dental background. He might be a layman. He might be not knowing anything about dentistry. He will not know that you have studied from AIMS. He will not know that you are a gold medalist. You have exceptional hand skills. He's not going to know any of it. But in spite of that, 95% of your patients are constantly judging you from the moment they enter. Rest 5% are children who are also judging you, but in a different way. Now, the moment they enter to your clinic, till the moment they leave the clinic, they're constantly judging you to know if they have come to the right person, if they have come to the right place. Now, here's where you have to create the spark, the wow factor. You can start from the name of the clinic. Be creative when you put the name of the clinic, your tagline, the seating area, the way you greet the patient, the way your assistant greets the patient. Now, if you go to a 5-star hotel, you will see that there's the receptionist. They never sit on the chair and they say that, yeah, tell me what happened. No, they always get up. They say, "Good evening, sir. How are you today? How may I help you?" You see the difference over here. So the way that receptionist greets the patient, the way you are presenting yourself, the way you talk, the way you're dressed, the way you present your treatment plan, your success story, every point, each and every point matters. If you're able to create a wow factor in these areas, the moment you tell your treatment plan, patient is convinced. You have gained the trust of your patient. This is about the patients who come first time to your clinic. So the patient comes again and again to your clinic, the strategies are slightly different. Okay, so this is where you have to create a wow factor. If you have not read this book, please do read this book, The Road Less Traveled, and I want all of you to take the road less traveled. Now coming to Wealth Reboot, we all want this beautiful, luxurious house, that luxury car, that dream vacation, that dream location. Every one of us want all of these. But there are very, very few of us who are actually tracking the money. Okay. Now, if you carefully try to understand, we are all running behind money. Okay, all of us want money. We are thinking about how to create more money. But are we thinking about the money that we have already created? Already, the money that we have already earned. What happens to that money? That we don't. But we want more and more and more. We're just hungry for money. We do not know, but we just want more and more. Let me tell you a very fun fact. More than fun fact, it's very sad actually. The people when you're in schools, okay, when you're in high school or when you're in senior secondary, you are among those doctors, people who have managed to crack the entrance exams generally are among the cream. Okay, so in general, I'm just telling you. So they are the first benchers. They listen to the teacher, they make their notes, they study well. And those backbenchers, they tend to take commerce because they sometimes not have that much marks. So they tend to take commerce or something and art, and then they study. They take MBA and they become your CA, and they manage your money. Don't you think that there is something happening over here? Yeah, those people who have scored less marks than you and might not be as bright as you are the people who are managing your money. I'm not judging anybody over here. There are people who have followed their passion and became financial managers. But what I'm trying to tell you over here is that we are not dumb. Okay? We have what it takes to be a good financial manager. Doctors are the worst financial manager. We might be the best physician, but we're very, very bad at managing our money. Only handful of us, handful of the healthcare workers, healthcare doctors and dentists are good at it. Rest all of us are flocks, herds, just following, just running our day. Okay, so there's something that's happening over here. Starting from today, I want you all to have a conscious looking at your financial management, financial statement. Where is the money coming from? Where is the money going? For every single penny, you should be having an accounting system. Learn the basics. It's learnable. It's not something you're born with. You learn it. You learn it and you excel it. You have to know certain basic concepts about like what is an asset, what is a liability. Don't buy that car which you cannot afford just because you don't try to impress the society. Okay? It's very, very important that you use the money to make more money. Unless money starts making money for you, you will never be wealthy. You can be rich, but you can never be wealthy. Being rich is having a lot of money. Being wealthy means that even if you don't earn, you still have money. Yes, if you have, for instance, like just if you have 1 lakh rupees and you're like, okay, I have 1 lakh rupees, you can spend 1 lakh rupees in one purchase. You can spend 1 crore rupees in one purchase. You can spend 1 billion in one purchase. You can do that. There's so many luxurious things that you can get. But that doesn't mean you're rich. Being wealthy means being able to relax, being able to follow your dreams and still have that bank account. And wealthy people are the ones who say that, there's nothing in money. They already have a lot of it. Okay, now it's important to concentrate on assets than liabilities. Assets are the ones which create cash flow, which create more money. Liabilities are the ones which drain money out of you. For instance, if you have a house on rent, it's an asset. Every month you're going to have that fixed income. You might be sleeping, still you might have that income. You might not be going for any work, but still you have that income. Liability is having a beautiful farmhouse and just visiting that farmhouse once a month, twice in a year, or maybe in 2-3 years, and still paying maintenance and still having a servant to take care of your farmhouse. That becomes a liability. Okay, now this is a very, very interesting taboo. Okay, we, especially in an Indian culture, we do not have the transparency for money. Okay, we do not talk to our children about money because it's a taboo. We should not talk to our children about money. This has to stop right from today. Right from today, I want you all to have proper transparency among the entire family. Now, it's very, very interesting. I am sure every one of you can relate to this. There will be one person who manages the entire money of your house. One person, okay? Only one person. Most likely it will be the dad, it will be the father who will be managing the entire money systems in the family. Mother doesn't know anything, children doesn't know anything, nobody knows anything, okay? Nobody knows where all we have bank accounts, nobody knows which are the passwords, nobody knows how many fixed deposits we have, what stocks we have, where all we have invested, what life insurances we have. Nobody knows anything. Only one person will be the head and he will be managing the entire system. Women, they may be going out for work and they might be earning something, but they have no clue of where the money comes, where the money goes, what happens to the money. No, this has to stop. There are several life situations where something happens to the head of the family who manages the money and people are clueless. They don't have any idea of what is the system which has happened, where all their money is there, nothing they know. This should not be the system. So I want you all to have proper transparency. Everybody in the family should know how much money is there, where all it is invested, what are the passwords. Write it down. Write it down in a Excel sheet or in a book or somewhere, anywhere. Have it noted down and say that I have written all these things, what all stocks we have, where all we have invested, what all insurances we have, where all we have bank accounts, all of the details. Let it be transparent. Let the entire family, not your 3-year-old or 4-year-old, but at least your 15 or 17 or 18-year-old or your 20. We do not give. Actually, we cannot teach what we don't know. So that is the main problem. Nobody taught us, in our family about how to be a good financial manager. That is why we do not teach our children. Now the problem over here is that because we are bad financial managers, automatically our children becomes bad financial managers. First, you learn about financial management. It's very, very easy. Just few concepts that you have to know and make it a habit to, inculcate the habit of financial management with your children. When they ask for something, just don't give it right away. Let them earn it. Let them learn what is savings, what is interest, basic things. Let them have the practical knowledge. It's going to create a huge difference. Problem over here is that lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is only the problem. But the good news over here is that you can learn. It's a learnable skill. We learned so many sensitive techniques. Financial management is not any of those. They are just simple things. Very, very simple things. Very, very easily learnable. So now this was just the tip of the iceberg. We have an entire masterclass, an offline session planned in Kerala next month. So wherein everything will be done in detail. These are just the highlights. We'll be seeing the practical techniques of PMS, efficient time management for a successful test fee practice, blueprint to conquer time and multiply productivity, dental communication, team building, family time, work no more, lessons which are not taught in general schools and colleges. 5 rules to be a best closer, so that when your patient negotiates with you, you don't take an answer for no. What is money IQ? What is money EQ? What is money making machine? Brainwashing system? You can have it all. So now, if you have any questions, if we have the time, we can take it. And thank you so much.
Thank you, doctor. If there is any doubts or something, you can put in the chat box.
Doctor, please share the feedback form.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Dr. Aparna, for the excellent presentation.
Thank you all for taking out the time to attend it on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, we are so much relieved after attending your motivation, your speech, everything. And this is a COVID era and all are in a lot of problems. And it's a motivating talk. And from our participant side, any questions to Dr. Pandya?
But sir, it's very, very important. There are some simple things that we take very lightly in our life, which can actually create a huge difference. Huge difference in our life. Huge difference. We're running behind money. We all want to make money. It's very true. But there are simple, simple things that you can use in your life to make these things very, very easier. Having some side hat over it. Just not concentrating only on your practice. 9 to 9, you are in your clinic. If you have a private practice.
Okay.
Lot of
Any questions from the participant side? Any doubts to clear?
Nothing yet, sir. Yeah. Are you practicing alone or is it a group practice?
It's a group practice. We have an entire team to work. So we have specialists for different things, and that's how we work. We have a group practice.
Anything else?
So that way we have more time to ourselves. I'm a periodontist, so in our clinic I just look at only perio cases. So no, I don't waste my time doing endo work and prostho work. Every work only I am doing. No, that's not how our system works. We do a group practice.
Okay, any more questions?
No, sir.
I invite Dr. Biju, if he is here, to acknowledge. He's here?
I think no.
No, okay.
You have IPP, Dr. Abhilash here.
He's here.
Abhilash doctor is there.
Dr. Abhilash, if you are there, please acknowledge. I think he's also not there. So I call Dr. Anil Kumar D, our secretary, for the vote of thanks. Dr. Anil?
Yeah, I'm here. Is my audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Hello. Okay, good evening all. Good afternoon. Today's a very good presentation by Dr. Aparna Pandey. On behalf of Idea Acting Branch, I thank Dr. Aparna Pandey for her excellent presentation. I hope she will join us in a physical CD later when the situations are changed. We will invite you, definitely we will invite you for a physical CD. I request you to come over here to take a good CD for us.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay, thank you. On behalf of Idea Acting Branch, I thank all our members who attended today's program and our CD convener who took very much effort to conduct this program. I thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Right.
Thank you, doctor.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, doctor.
Adina, we can stop now.